even though we set up so far away, the crowds of people swarmed us past our tent. All I had was a regular small little red tent from Walmart and my banners that had "Come to me, all who are weary." People still was setting up their chairs and everything about a 10 to 15 feet radius away from our tent. People can and will feel the presence of Christ that radiates off you. And it goes right along that verse that talks about the world hates you because the world first hated Christ. If you want to support the channel, go down below, hit the link down in the description, get some Goober Can't Reason merch, Atheism Fails merch, support the channel. Alright, so what is up everyone? This is Pastor Divine. I have not recorded a video for like 4 weeks now, actually. You guys see the uploads, but I haven't actually recorded anything for maybe 4 or 5 weeks now. So, just been busy. I've been just keeping busy. So everything just seems to be starting to work its way up now. So it's pretty good. I had cellulitis in my right foot. That was not good. Painful. But my foot's still here, so we're good. Today we're going to be reacting to ASAP Preach Problems. Oh, he's got the lion necklace.
You want problems with us? You want problems with us? You want problems with us? You want problems with us?
You don't want problems with us? Is that what he's saying? You don't want problems with us?
Come with your bag, come with your bag. You ain't a threat, say less. You want problems with us? 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 Come with your bag, come with your bag. You ain't a threat, say less. You want problems with us? You want problems?
What is this? Dude, the beat's hard. I like it, but this is going on for 35 seconds now, which is kind of already annoying.
You want problems? You ain't got a lot to be honest. Really not bad, that like be honest. Came from the struggle, right around the project. Really would die for this like a martyr. Father, put the pressure on me, make it harder. Kill the snakes all in my garden. See you all trying to hide, get my target. All for a reason, Jesus came back strong, not even demons. Cause that my God couldn't even believe it. Tell these folks they need to read it. Want that smoke, partner, bring it. All this hating got me heated. Put me up in a boxing ring, better walk that walk cause it got me swinging. Alright, all night, you know that nothing could kill me. I could be sipping on venom. God say so, I'ma stay in the building. People rock with me cause I feel what I'm feeling. And I brought that rock with me. Bro, I got with me. Now let's be real. You want problems with us? You want problems with us? You want problems with us? You want problems with us?
I mean, I like the beat, dude. It is sick. It is honestly really sick. But this here, the chorus it's way too long, and it's honestly kind of annoying. But I like what he's saying already. How he, he came up from the bottom, struggled, and now he's doing this. He's prepared to take on anything in life that is headed his way. He's prepared for every challenge that comes his way to protect his children and his family. And what was it? There was a comment I think I accidentally clicked on here, and there was a comment that says, oh yeah, right here. They don't want no problems with us. We represent Jesus Christ. So I mean, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what it is. And actually, we were actually just talking about this at a young adults Bible study. We were talking about this, and why is it that the world treats us different? One guy brings up the example of, he was talking to some guy or whatever and blah blah, and he just never mentioned Christianity to other people, or at least not to this guy yet. And the guy just instantly throws at him like, oh well, what are you, some sort of Christian? That type of thing. So and other people around the room has had that same experience where they don't even talk about their faith yet, and people just instantly kind of throw these insults at them as if they're Christian already. They bring that up, what are you, a Christian or something like that? Why don't you do that? And I talked about that a little bit. I brought up how we're to be a light on the mountain. We are to be a light that doesn't go dim, doesn't go out. We shouldn't cover ourselves up. We should be unashamed of the gospel of who we stand up for, and that is Jesus Christ. What light does, it penetrates darkness. It gets rid of it. It makes way to light. And no matter how much dark is around us, if we are the light, those people around us are going to feel it. Even our presence is going to convict them. Even when we don't even mention Jesus, Just the fact that Jesus glows and is bright and he is the light in us, and that it pushes away the darkness around us. So when people are full of darkness and they come near us, they feel that. That's what it is. I also brought up the example of when I go to the drum circle here in Venice, and I've talked about this a little bit. The drum circle is nothing more about a pagan worship service, okay? Which is warlocks, pagans, shamans go there to worship their gods, and they do their incense, and they do the dream catchers. They put an altar in the middle and everything. They worship. And only blind Christians go there because they have no idea what it is. So that's kind of why I go there, is to also talk to the Christians and speak to them about what that is. But also I go there to talk to unbelievers and see if they'll come to Christ, or at least acknowledge that maybe there's a possibility that God does exist. One summer, it was the biggest drum circle I had ever seen. There had to be at least 1,000 people, okay? And we set up our tent, okay? So the circle's here. The drum circle, okay? So everybody kind of like circles around here. Everyone's like sitting around and everything, okay? And so we decide to set up way over here, okay? Usually the people kind of like just reach around, like a good amount of people like reach around that circle. But it's never been over, 300 people, 200 people. That day was so different. It was at least 1,000 people. And so even though I went to the drum circle to represent Christ, to represent who I believe in, and I wanted to be respectful, I wanted to be kind, I want to be generous, I didn't want to cause any disruptions, and I know it's pagan, and I know a lot of people are going to say, well, you're ashamed of the gospel if you don't want to like go in there and do this and blah, blah, blah. I'm there to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, and that's it. So I set up a tent. I have banners on all 4 sides. I play gospel music and everything. And the fact that I was farther away, I could actually play my music without, people getting pissed off by that. So I set up the tent, and then more people just started coming. At least 1,000 people, to the point where even though we set up so far away, the crowds of people swarmed us past our tent. But the thing is that our tent, I turned down the music because I'm like, okay, a lot of people are here to see the drum circle. I'm not here to see the drum circle, but I still want to be respectful. So I turn off my music. It doesn't matter. People still were setting up their chairs and everything about a 10 to 15 feet radius away from our tent. All I had was a regular small little red tent from Walmart and my banners that had "Come to me all who are weary, I am unashamed," and other verses on the banners and everything. That's all I had. But people were for some reason were setting up their stuff about 10 to 15 feet away from our setup. And what is interesting, and I know I'm going off on this, I'm going off in a tangent right now, but what is interesting is that I was there to represent Christ. I know who Christ is. I know he can penetrate the darkness. I know that people can feel it. And a lady comes over from like far away, from almost close to the drum circle, and she comes into the tent and she goes like, whoa. And she's like, yeah, I'm good. The difference of atmosphere of just me, I think I had like 2 other friends with us and everything. We were just talking about and socializing and, talking about the Bible. We're just fellowshipping. She says the difference in atmosphere of being out there with the crowd of people, the drum circle, and then just coming into the tent was so different. She felt peace. She felt love. She felt Christ just underneath our tent. In the midst of all these people having so much fun at the drum circle, she said there was a different atmosphere and she could feel it by just coming inside the tent. So we started talking, but that is just an example that people can and will feel the presence of Christ that radiates off you. And it goes right along that verse that talks about the world hates you because the world first hated Christ. People hate that feeling of righteousness. People hate that feeling of glory. People hate that feeling of light that radiates off you because we worship the true living God. And people are going to treat you like garbage. People are going to want to battle you. People are going to hurt you, say bad things to you, simply because you worship the true living God. And it's proven over and over again. We don't even need to spread our religion by sword like Islam. All it takes is the presence of Christ, convicts somebody, and they turn.
Goobers can't reason.
Ride that rock with me, bro, I got God with me. Now let's be real, you ain't problem with us. 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 Come with your bag, come with your bag. You ain't a third, say less. You ain't problem with us. You ain't problem with us.
Yeah, they don't want problems with us. We represent Jesus Christ. Yep.
With us. You ain't problem. like I do as an artist. How do I do it? Do it regardless. How'd you get here? I came through the bottom, stuck on the bottom, and I like my weed. Felt something ain't right by me. I was intrigued. G said to find my peace, and turn around, find my me. Now they can see, now you can see what I'm on. Ain't where it kills, heaven's my home. This life on my own. Had all these friends way back. Ain't a child, I realize I'm grown. They got some problems, I know can solve them. Miracle worker, healing your body. Live my life by this, my calling. God is a masterpiece, I'm his drawing, yeah. They tryna blur, they not a threat. They smiled on my face when my life was a mess. You take the vet, won't even stress. Be there before you cause I'm in the jet. Give you my love, straight from the jump. Smiled on my face when I felt like autumn. Me quitting an option. You ain't proud with us. 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 Come with your best, come with your best. You ain't a threat, say less. You ain't proud with us. You ain't proud with us.
I was just watching a video about the Crusades and kind of the beginning of it and what happened. And I mean, I'm not one to agree with the whole concept of the Crusades. I'm not really one to agree with that. I understand that, you know, the Muslim and Islamic faith were taking over land and property of different other Christian nations at the time. And that's the funny thing, is that all these other countries are Christian, and then here comes Islam coming by the sword and just killing people. So I understand that. I understand that we had to protect people, but it really didn't have anything to do with, oh, they were taking over our property or our neighbors need help. It more had to do with the fact that it was affecting the pockets of the religious leaders. Because what was happening is that these terrorists were going in and just destroying the churches. That means less income for the church. So they only got involved, and I don't even want to call it a Christian movement, because it's more on just, you know, money. They just wanted more money, and that's why they did it. Oh, they're taking a big chunk of my paycheck, you know, and so that's really all it started off on. It wasn't so much they were taking over land. Islamic religion left the churches alone. I guarantee you, like, it would have been fine. It was the fact that they were destroying and burning churches. It was affecting the pocket of the church, and they weren't going to have that. So they ended up just going in and taking over the areas again. But it became more than that. It became more of a slaughterhouse as it just went on and on and on. Like we successfully did a lot of things, but we just kept on going and going, which is where I disagree. Even though it started off on we need to get our churches back. They're destroying my money-making machine. I'm not going to argue. There's always a lot of people in the comments that, you know, I mean, it did spread the gospel. I'm fine with that, but I don't like the fact that it spread it through the sword, because we're not called to kill people. We should be able to defend ourselves. And people should have a problem with messing with people who do believe in self-defense. But I guess some people do get carried away, and that's kind of what the Crusaders were. I mean, it did unite. That's the one thing also, is that during the Crusades, it did unite a lot of the branches of Christianity. So like Orthodox and Catholic and Protestant were all like coming together to fight for one cause. So I like that. That's something I do like, is that we all joined in under one name to fight and push back the Islam faith. But nowadays we're just kind of sitting back and letting them take over now. But I don't believe that they're gonna get far. But that's a whole nother topic. But
you ain't proud with us. You ain't proud with us. You ain't proud with us. You ain't proud with us.
I'm gonna add this though. We have been too nice. We have been too kind. We do get pushed around too much, and I'm gonna admit this to myself. I get pushed around way too much because I'm Christian, because I'm kind, I'm lighthearted. I'll take the crap, you know. But I'm realizing that, you know, I'm not gonna take it anymore. If you get in my face, I am gonna kind of push back. I'm not gonna lay my hands on you like in ministry and all that type of stuff. But when it comes to people that I know and friends that get in my face or throw accusations or lie about me and etc., I'm gonna stand up and I am gonna push back 5 times as hard. You know, I'm not letting people slander my name anymore. I'm not. And if they do and they want to, that's on them. But I'm clean. I'm clean. I do not have anything to hide. I am open and honest on every little thing about my life. I joke around. I have a side of me that I just love joking around and playing around. And then I have a serious side like this. Everybody that knows me, and they'll tell you the same thing. But from now on, when people slander and start rumors about my name, I'm coming after you. And I think every Christian should be standing up and doing that. So wherever slanders and starts rumors about Christ, I'm coming after you. Even if you're one of my closest friends and you talk crap and you want to spread rumors and lies about my faith, I'm coming after you and I'm going to put you down. I'm going to put you down theologically and logically. That's probably the nerdest thing that I have probably said all this video.
Come with your bag, come with your bag. You ain't a threat, say less. You ain't proud with us. You ain't proud with us. You ain't proud.
Yeah, so that was what, 30 seconds that he would say they don't want problems with us each. So that came off 1, 2, 3 times, and the chorus went on for about, what would you say, a minute? Yeah, about a minute, almost a minute. So I like what you were talking about. And I do like how he said, I came from the bottom. I did all of this. God has put me through challenges. I'm not going to get pushed around anymore. I'm a warrior for Christ. They don't want a problem with us. So I like that. I like that message overall, you know. You gotta shut people up, okay? If they start to just spread false theology and start spreading false information about Christianity and who Christ is, and then diminish the name of Christ, you need to stand up. You need to stand up and do something. Say something to them back. Not insults, because I ain't gonna go anywhere, but when people start to preach wrong about Christ or say things about Christ, Democratic, liberal, whatever, which happens more in Democrats and liberals, they tend to take scriptures and Jesus out of context. Stand up and correct them. Put them to shame. We've been too nice. They're false prophets. That's technically what they are. So let's start treating them like false prophets. Like, no disrespect, but come on. Let's start treating them like false prophets like they are. Quit letting people abuse Jesus.